Activate.
It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rick Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show. We're live. What's happening?
We are live. It's Wednesday, November 15th, and we are here at Tremont Street Bar and Grill in beautiful Oceanside, California for the weekly podcast, 6:30 to 7:30, the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And we are the Pelon and Chubby Show. Thanks for joining us here. We appreciate you. You make us. That's why we're here, to make you laugh, to talk about current events, to talk about comedy scene here in San Diego, L.A., San Francisco, wherever funny is coming from. And that's the big thing, funny.
Funny.
So here's our show for tonight. We got a couple things to talk about. I don't know what you had planned, Guy. I haven't looked at your points. But the typical culprits are in the news. You know, I love in the news. The usual suspects, Colin Kaepernick, still making the news. Why he is still news is beyond me. I am sick of him. I am sick of his bullshit tactics, claiming to take a knee for injustices imposed on him and his people. Yeah, whatever. I'm over it.
That's good.
It's turned into some other bullshit.
I'm glad you're over that, man.
You know, and and people are tying it in now. And the discussion I had on Facebook earlier today was they're tying it into disrespecting the flag and the military and all that stuff. And I was trying to explain to people that, you know what, the whole thing that he's talking about has nothing to do with our military. It's not disrespecting the flag. It's not disrespecting the guys that fought for this country. None of that stuff, man.
That sucks.
He's just trying to make a point, whatever, because it's chicks in the Black Lives Matter movement, whatever. But now everybody's trying to chime in and say, oh, the troops and all that bullshit. Come on, man. It's nothing to do with that, you know. But, Guy,
let me save you on this one, man, because you know what? We always bring that up.
Right,
and we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. We're
We
just going
are.
to move
But with the whole
on.
military thing, people bringing that
The
up.
military is...
Now other stuff has come into
Right.
play. And that guy asked me this question on Facebook today. And you know what his question was? If the whole taking a knee thing by Kaepernick really had to do with the injustices for the troops, that the veterans are not being taken care of, would you still take a knee? Would the conversation still be the way it is? Would Kaepernick be getting a hard time like he is? That because it's about black people and police.
Honestly, the separation on all of that really has changed the dynamics of the protest and the protest in general. The whole disrespecting the flag and the anthem and disrespecting the military. Remember the week when we had the young Marines that were here? They said that they didn't think it was a disrespectful thing for them. You know, how is that really affecting them? They're active duty. They are doing their thing. We just had the Veterans Day, and it wasn't a big deal. They still did their presentations. Everybody did their respect for the veterans. So it's just, you know, it's a mixed bag of how people are actually taking this thing to the next level. I don't think it's an issue myself.
Do you think that it may be an angle that people are taking, you know, that an angle that people are taking just to kind of like promote their side of this whole thing, and they feel like they're going to get a hand up because they're bringing the military into it and to try and knock Kaepernick down? So I mean, that's my kind of thing on it, and like I'm with you. I'm ready for it not to be news anymore. I'm okay with it. But now they started up again with me because they bring up the troops and they're like, oh, you were never in the military. You know, you don't understand anything about it.
Well,
and so I say, well, what branch were you in?
Right.
And they weren't.
Yeah,
and I said, well, who did you vote for? You didn't vote. So what the fuck are we talking about, you know? What are we really talking about? So anyway, they asked me, would you take a knee if it was about the military?
Would you take a knee if it was about the military?
Because I made it very clear. I don't have any kind of hate towards the military. I appreciate our military. But it's a job that you took. You knew what was involved. You took the paycheck for it, right? So do you really deserve a lot of extra treatment? And then they say, oh, the poor, starving families of the military. Really? Well, whose fault is it that you took a job that doesn't pay enough?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but really. And where are my discounts? I put in my 20 years. Where
It
are my
sounds like a
discounts?
recap from episode
I'm just
5,
saying,
changing
though.
the guard.
No, but it came from
It came
a
from
spinoff
that,
from the
all
Kaepernick
that.
thing.
Okay.
So that's why I said
Okay,
I wouldn't
yeah.
take a knee
I'll
because
give
I
you
just
that.
it's a regular job.
Right.
Like just being a fucking garbage man,
Right.
a policeman, a fireman, whatever it is, a barber. It's the job that you chose, the career path that you chose.
I mean, can we move away from that whole thing? It's not even a topic anymore.
Right.
Let's talk about Ezekiel Elliott or Jerry Jones possibly getting ousted by all the other owners.
That's not going to happen. He is football.
He is NFL.
Jerry Jones is football.
But he's trying to sue the NFL for this whole suspension thing. So Ezekiel decided to go ahead and let it drop.
Right. Somebody has to take a stand.
Somebody's going to make us take a stand, but
and that's the way it is. But the whole Ezekiel Elliott thing, it isn't about what he did anymore or paying for the crime or any of that stuff.
Gotta do it.
It's who's got a bigger dick. The NFL, Jerry Jones, and Ezekiel Elliott. That's what it's about. So,
Well,
and right now, Roger Goodell
is looking-
borrowed somebody else's cock and
Yep.
held it out and
And
said,
stuck it there and said,
I've
"Look,"
got the biggest dick
and they're
of
going to let
them
it.
all.
So Ezekiel bow out and said, okay, no more appeal.
So
We're
he
going to
did
let
the
this
smart
happen.
thing. He said,
Hell yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sit out the remainder of my suspension because what had happened was,
What
on
had
account
happened
of,
was-
I'm going to go ahead and sit this shit out.
All right. Absolutely. It's crazy.
So that's what happens there, right? And then, President Bush
is in the news.
in the news. What a fucking retard, huh? I never saw that coming, really.
I didn't expect it.
That at a CIA event, the ex-president gropes a 16-year-old.
Wow.
And it wasn't the first time. It's happened many times. But that's kind of shocking to me, And I don't know. He's like a little delusional now. He's older. So I don't know what the true story is or what happened. But you know what's really going on, guy?
Was it a forceful groping? I mean, it depends
was
on
an
the
actual handful, not a good game slap. It was maybe even a little bit of middle finger hitting the butt crack.
Woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
But the thing I'm getting out of all this, there's so many people coming out now, so widespread. I don't even think this is the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to hear about. But which just proves to me that there are some perverted motherfuckers in this world.
It's just
there's a lot of
there's no room for the
child
decent guys. Where's the
molesting,
good guys? Where are the
fucking-
good guys?
If a chick doesn't want you, why the fuck are you messing with her? Why are you even pushing the thing? Just walk away. The bitch isn't worth it. I don't mean a bitch in a bad way. I mean bitch in a good way. It's just not worth it,
Yeah.
And there's somebody else out there that you can put it in. Don't worry about it. Why force the issue?
Why
even
force the issue?
Get in the position of where you're both fucked up and somebody says something or does something. Just let it go. Let it go. Find another piece of ass. Why waste any time? She already said she's not going to fuck you. Go find somebody that's
Move
going to.
on. Move on.
Move on to the next one.
Yes.
But whatever, it's coming out now, and you don't know what's true, what isn't true. Some of the stories have been proven not to be true. I don't think we've heard, like I said, it's the tip of the iceberg. I don't think there's going to be a lot more coming out.
All the sick bastards that use their position, their male position as a position of power, they mess it up for everybody else. And I mean, I really think that's the downside of the whole thing. But parents do that to their children. Women on boys, the daddy on the daughter, the daddy on the son.
Now we're going there,
Jesus, but it's the use of that position of power over another
what position
person.
is that? Doggy? I'm sorry.
It's not. Come on, man.
Okay, so there's guys' take on the whole thing. So now let me be the devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate.
Because I am the devil. So let me give you my take on it.
Okay.
It's like, okay, so these guys have this position, this higher position. And we kind of talked about it last week. But if you're just an innocent victim and you're held and there's nothing you can do about it, and you fear maybe losing your job, you can't pay your bills, then yeah, I feel sorry for you. And that shit should never happen to you. But if you're doing it because you're trying to advance, you haven't put in the time, you're not next in line, and you take this opportunity to suck off your boss to get a higher position, then don't fucking cry later on with because of what happens later on in life. Who was it that was on TV the other day? And Beckham's wife.
Beckham's wife.
Victoria. She says, She says she's feels terrible about having to wear the costumes and outfits like she was taken advantage of when she was a Spice Girl. Are you kidding? Do you think people were watching?
They were watching
listening because of their singing ability?
No, not really.
They were tuning in because the Spice Girls were hot. They were wearing outfits that everybody wanted to see. And now you're going to complain that you were taken advantage of because you were in those outfits?
You were subjected to what the popular culture was at the time, 92, 93. Right. Come on.
So you think David Beckham would have paid attention to you if you weren't wearing those cute outfits because of your personality?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Hey, recently, though, they announced that they're going to do a reunion. The Spice Girls will be back. Now they're just going to add salties to the salty Spice. They're going to be a little angry now. But Victoria needs a paycheck. Soccer's not playing good or something, So she's.
Please,
they're making a reunion tour,
right.
And they're coming back. Victoria is also going to be touring with them. Posh is coming back. They're all just going to come and do their damn thing.
Right.
Will they be relevant?
Let me put it to you
musically
like this,
inclined.
Let me put it to you like this. David Beckham and his wife could both stand at the toilet in their mansion and take 2 handfuls of cash at a time and put it in the toilet and flush it for 3 or 4 days.
I don't think so.
And they would still not be broke.
I don't think so.
They'd still be good for the rest of their life.
I honestly don't think so.
They have enough loot for the rest of their life forever and ever.
So she's coming back?
Just on her own, she made enough money. David Beckham playing soccer, David Beckham endorsements, David Beckham, all that, all his companies that he's involved with, that he started and all that stuff. Come on, man. They are not in any danger of running out of money.
I'll keep a watchful eye on that development story. All right.
You watch their money, and I'll watch. What's her name?
Victoria. Posh. We're gonna look at.
I'll watch her. You watch their money.
Look at the girls.
She is delicious.
Wow.
Yeah, if they ever run out of money and she leaves David Beckham, then
I'll
put in a
she got space on your couch.
Yeah, she knows what it is. The mean redhead chick.
She's got space on your couch.
Yeah, she can sleep on the couch for
Hey,
sure.
I tried to do something for the holidays. We have the Pelon and Chubby holiday bash coming up on November 20th.
Turkey Day?
No.
When?
Well, we can do that one, but no. I was thinking we'd do a Toys for Tot on the 19th, that last
here?
Wednesday, right here, and do Toys for Tot collection drive.
Right.
And
how about toys for my kids? I'm broke.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
submit. I'm gonna set the
kids.
location as a Toys for Tot. We're gonna have
on that list of when the toys come in.
We'll have 2 boxes. We'll have 2 boxes, one in the front of the bar and one in the back. Come on down. We'll be collection spot, and we'll have a Marine standing guard to make sure that people aren't taking the toys. Sorry, Rick.
To my kids.
Sorry, Rick. They'll post a Marine with their boxes, and we'll have a Marine guard watching the donations.
While he's on the clock?
While he's on the clock.
We might as well get a fireman, too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to talk with. I'm gonna have to make sure management's okay with that. But I already submitted us as a spot for Toys for Tot for the 19th.
All right, I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'm good. I've already explained to my kids.
They ain't getting nothing
for the last 4 years that they're not getting toys. So it's easy now. I just replay a tape that I recorded, and I put it on for the kids, and I say, hey, this is going to be the 5th year. I'm sorry. But go ahead and listen to this recording. It's going to sound an awful lot like the last 3 years.
You might want to update something.
Oh, yeah. And Guy wouldn't allow me to put my kid's name on the Toys for Tot list. So all the other kids are going to. Daddy's going to be at work trying to encourage people to bring in toys, but you're not going to get any of them.
What we might be able to do to influence the donations is let them know that the 19th is our.
So the 19th, November 19th.
No, sir. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. December 19th.
Oh, fuck.
Because Camp Pendleton is doing.
Now in November?
It's going to be a little too late, but it'll be let
old.
people.
I don't remember shit anymore.
That'll be.
So December
19th.
Man. Like the special ed bus just pulled up and unloaded all these fucking retards.
And
it was nice though. We had some great comments.
We had some really good stuff going on.
A great crowd. They hung through the whole marathon. So
nice. As we get better with the content and people are starting to check in. I think last week's show with Matt Black and with Bob Murphy.
Vicky.
And the show, that was did she just drop in?
Show.
Yeah, our podcast, man. I'm saying our content.
She was sitting in the back of the room, never signed in. And then she's like, hey, can I get up on stage? I was like,
Hell yeah.
are you kidding? Of
Hell
course
yeah.
you can.
And that's awesome, man. I like that. That's what I like about the Oceanside.
It's
I want the comedy gym to be
it's
all that.
becoming a little bit of a.
David Zaffras was here.
We got some. You know what? And I feel bad because I didn't know who a lot of the guys were.
Oh wow, okay, yeah,
I don't get around, you know.
Well, it's when hey David,
I'm not trying to be a comedy whore. I don't just go fuck with any show.
Not just with any,
Like,
you know.
I gotta I have to have some feeling and some.
Right.
You know.
So yeah, we're gonna close out the year with some strong shows here. Open mics is what it is, and we will be keeping things going. So we don't have any showcases at Rookies right now, but we're gonna be looking for some other locations to do shows.
Check this out, man.
Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, we're good. Be careful on what you say.
Oh, on the Rookies now?
You got it. Go. It's you, man.
Here, okay. You know me. I got diarrhea of the mouth. And maybe I say some things that I probably shouldn't say. But that Rookie show is a cool show. Here's my problem with it. I bring in good talent. I bring in good comics. The comics are great. I've never had any complaints about the comics.
Right.
But I'm not getting the support that I think the show deserves. The show isn't just for me. It's not like a showcase for me to succeed.
Right.
And it's kind of like put that way with the staff that's there and whatever.
Yeah.
They would rather see me fail despite them making money. Like if nobody showed up, they'd be happy because I failed.
Yeah.
But what they have found to realize is they just showed up for work and didn't make shit. So who really wins there,
Yes,
and it's
yes,
stupid.
yes.
It's like, how hard is it for a bartender or one of the waitresses to just say, hey, do you come here, all the time? Or they know who the regulars are or not. They know what's going on. And so how hard is it for them to say, hey, on Tuesdays we have this cowboy night, whatever, Western music, right? And then on the last Saturday of the month, we usually have a comedy show with really great comics that come from the San Francisco area, the LA area. How hard would it be just for them to mention that? And oh, by the way, here's a flyer to take with you, and maybe you want to come and bring some of your friends.
Right.
If they did that with every customer that they see, and every waitress did that, how much more successful would the show be? How much more money would they make that night?
Oh yeah, no. If they're plugging
it's not
it,
fucking rocket science, but maybe it is.
It's
maybe
placement.
It is.
It's placement and everything. If they're part of the advertising or the promoting of it,
But
they
why-
should
and
be
it's-
more invested in it.
Here's
And
the problem: it's not just there.
No,
It's every
everywhere.
bar, everywhere.
Everywhere.
And they all want to be successful,
They
and they
just
all want
don't
their
put it in-
business to
Exactly.
grow. And I guess they figure by booking a comedy show that we're going to make their business just blow up.
And-
well, guess what?
And
It's
that
not going to
happens.
happen
And that happens everywhere.
everywhere. So that's my
The
beef with
clubs
it is.
do it. The bars do it. I was talking to a couple people, and I'm looking at trying to get into some showcases. And I went to go back to Iron Fist, like I told you, and also went to what is it? Chief Ale, the brewery over in San Marcos, Chief something,
All right.
Running Chief, Big Chief.
Okay.
And they was like, you can bring what can you bring? What can you perform? I was like, okay, first of all, if I do it this way, your investment would be spreading the word. You got to talk to them. You got to explain what you're expecting from them.
Right.
But the first thing out of their mouth is, what can you do for me?
Right.
I was like, wait,
I can bring funny people, which you don't have access to.
You have no access to.
I bring you a quality show.
Right.
Your part is run your fucking business
Run
and
your
tell them,
business.
guess what? I have a tremendous show coming in.
And don't be surprised.
And it's
when,
your show.
Right. And
I even
don't
call
be
it-
surprised when the people show up and be understaffed and like, whoa, how'd this happen?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you've been advertising it for a long time. Dude.
Bro, I even tell the name of the show over there is Rookies Comedy Night.
It's their name
it
on
doesn't
top
even
of it.
have my name on
It's
it.
their name on top of it.
So my thing is why wouldn't you like promote the shit out of it? You know?
Oh, man. Yeah.
And they're not even taking a risk. They're not even paying me like a flat. I just get the door.
You just get the door.
Okay, so if nobody shows, guess what? All the money comes out of my pocket,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So this last show, I did my part. I got my people there.
Yep.
But where you're lacking their people. And their people that they did have show up, none of them wanted to pay because they all said they're regulars and they shouldn't have to pay.
regular, I don't pay. Yeah,
I'm like,
that's-
well, for regulars, guess what? I lowered it from $15 to $5 for all the regulars.
Yeah, something.
You can't afford $5 to support your local bar that you frequent.
Right.
You can't pay $5.
Right.
That's too much.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. So when you do that, it's just when you set it up. It's difficult, but like so Iron Fist, they say, okay, if you bring me a no charge, then I'll pay you I was like $250. 90 minutes of entertainment. You're gonna pay me $250?
Right. What would you pay a DJ?
Who am I paying? Yeah. What are you paying a DJ?
At least $300.
At least. So
No,
they don't. I don't know.
All right. So I got an eye on this place. It's in Oceanside.
Where at?
And the setup is actually pretty cool.
Okay.
I went and watched a band over there a little while back, and I think it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to say where.
Okay, that's cool. But in Oceanside.
But it is in Oceanside,
okay.
Close to the beach.
Oh, wow.
So it's nice.
Is it used to be called McCabe's?
It doesn't have a whole lot of regulars. You know,
was it used to call McCabe's?
You know what, man? I don't have a problem with the regulars.
You can tell me what's the name.
Just if they want to pay. You know. All right. How about this? I'm gonna just put it out there where it is, and maybe we can get a little feedback from people saying if they would actually go to the show. So it's at the Moose Lodge. So if you go all the way down to 78, where it ends, and it turns into Vista Way, and then it goes to Coast Highway, and then you make the left, right by the smoke shop, Angelo's, all that. All right. It's the Moose Lodge right there in Oceanside, and I think it'll seat 200 plus people, and the cost is minimal, and I want that to be like our monthly paid show, you know. So bring in comics from San Francisco, L.A.
That would be tits for them.
Pay the headliner feature, and then maybe I'll use a local host or like in the form of a guest spot and get some local guys involved. But
that'd be hard.
Headliners from around here, and I know people get all fucking offensive and
I would promote
all that, but
I would definitely promote that.
The shows I've been doing, if you're at the level of say Adam Richmond, Tommy Savitt, Darren Carter, Dat Fan, let's see who else.
Are you just name dropping right now, or something that you can
Those are all the guys that we've done headliner shows, paid shows with, and there's a bunch of other names up in Northern California. It was Mark Curry, Connor Kellycutt, who was on earlier, Larry Bubbles Brown, Al Madrigal.
Right.
All these guys all are headliner types, right?
Yeah.
And so I work a lot of shows, down here and see a lot of in. I end up pulling from L.A. to put together a quality show, which I'd like to do local.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't feel like I necessarily can. And put together the kind of show that I want. Patrick DeGear did that show.
Yeah.
And, he did all right.
Yeah.
He did a good job. But and the guy's touring nationally with Paul Rodriguez.
And everything like that with Paul Rodriguez. Because he had done a recent show for my buddy Michael Bishop with the Oceanside Comedy Unplugged. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people were like, who's he? And I'm like, oh, my God, you don't know who Patrick DeGear is.
A lot of the comics people will say are like comics.
Yeah.
And so all the comics like and know and think that they're great and all that. But they don't have like necessarily the pull where they're going to fill the seats. But then when the people see them, they're like, wow, they're really good.
Yeah.
So like when I used to have my show, we'll give you an example. When I used to have my show up north, in Northern California, I had a 3-day run. We'd do the Stockton Arena. We'd do the theater in Tracy. And then we'd do this other place. And it was, we'd do the band in dinner show. Right. Anyway, we'd do all these shows up there, and it was great, man. And people would call me, and they'd be like, well, who's the headliner? Who are the comics you're having on your show? And I said, does it really matter?
Come
Does it really matter?
Laugh.
Have you ever had a complaint in any of the shows that you've been to of mine?
Boom.
No?
Boom.
Okay. Well, they're going to be funny.
Right.
If I tell you a name, you're not going to know who it is anyway. Because most of the funny guys out there, their name isn't known. People don't know who they are.
And then once they get in there, the crowd.
And I've had more times than not where somebody with a huge name comes through, and then people go and see the show, and they're like, wow. He's much better on TV than on stage. And I'm like, what am I supposed to say? I'm the fucker that hired him, right?
I hired him, and I was like, what the hell did I just do?
Just to make the point, my point is some of the funniest comics that are out there are unknown. Their name doesn't mean anything to anybody.
Right.
Yeah, you can go online and YouTube them, and they'll have some videos.
Yeah.
But most people don't know who they are.
Right.
So just trust me as
put the show together
as a
for
producer
you.
of the show.
Absolutely.
And doing it for as many years and having like super successful shows. And that's not to pat myself on the back, but I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right on.
So
right on.
I get funny comics. Every show is great. We've never had any complaints about the show. Had plenty of complaints about venues, but I've never had any complaints about comics at the show.
Right on.
You know,
I like that.
So that's what I try and do and be consistent in that. And then I try and find venues that are going to work and make sense. But you don't see it's like with most people in life, you don't see their true color until it's too late.
Right.
And then you're in there, and then you're like, "Fuck, what do I do?
What do I do with this one?
And
Oh
you end up
man,
moving
here we
it
go.
Again, and moving it again, and
Yep.
moving it. And it's like, when does it end? And then you're like, you think like when you get that really shitty girlfriend, and like, oh, I can change her. I know I can change her.
I can change her.
And then what ends up happening is she ends up changing you. Yeah, she's not going to change. The venue's probably not going to change. I mean, that's the reality of
It's
it.
like, honey, what'd you do different? Oh, I actually opened my mouth.
Yeah, so it's not like a thing where you just accept it and hope things are going to work out and things are going to get better.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you just got to, cut ties and move on, you know.
Yeah, I was totally egregious. Like, I shared my story of the open mic night that I was running. I would put the showcase up front, then the open mic after, so that would give a little swelling for some of the guys from San Diego to come up. And it was always surprising the staff. They knew Tuesday night was the happy hour, showcase, open mic.
Right.
Rain, sleet, or snow, I was there. You know, they made a taco pizza for me one night. You did. You came out to my happy hour, and it was. They always surprised. They're like, "You're still doing that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still doing that." I'm looking around. You don't have any of my signs up. I've given you table cards. I've given you girls T-shirts to promote.
Right.
What's vested in you? I'm bringing you a crowd.
Well,
so
did I tell you what happened at the last one there?
no, what happened?
I walk in, bartender, wait staff, nobody knows we're having the show.
No one knew.
Oh, that's tonight? I look around all the tables. They usually have the flyers on the top of the
on the stand-up
on
cards.
all the tables.
On the table cards.
None.
Wow.
Not one poster in the whole place. You already know the show's going to be shitty. Come on, you know.
If the staff is
Before we even
surprised.
start, stay positive. You know,
And
you
then
never know.
their attitude
you
walk
know.
around. It's like, oh God,
Zero
that's happening
promotion
tonight. Yeah.
means zero people coming to the show.
Right.
Come on, man. It's no fucking rocket science going on. You know, so whatever, man.
So
I don't want to bitch and moan. It's their place.
It's their place.
You know, one day when I own the joint, then I can like dictate how it works and all that. But it just sucks, man. You put in all the time and effort into it, and then nobody really gives a shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then I lose. And then I
You
set
lose
it all
credibility.
Up. I set it all up. I spend money advertising on Facebook and doing all. Which Facebook, you know what? Your whole fucking boost and all that stuff. I don't see it. You know. I think it's another ploy to get people to spend money, but whatever. So I go and I do the show, spend all my time, all month promoting it, everything, and then I end up losing $150.
That's not bad.
Well, how about I kind of looked at it like this: lose $150 or take a big black dildo in the butt.
Yeah,
you know?
that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah.
It's like right there.
Yeah. That's how it felt. Well, that's what I imagined it felt like.
Yeah.
I never had one. Never had the pleasure of having one. Let me see. But that's how I can imagine it felt.
I did the two shows. I did two shows at Rookies for my Battle of the Sexes. So I had an early show and a late show. Right. Man, I had to beg the early show crowd to stick around for the second show, which they loved the show. And I was like, okay, and I've switched the matchups for the second show. Right. So you're going to get to see some new comedians. And so they was like, oh, shit. Some people actually did go back and pay again. But I was like, no, come on, just stay because we're just going to have fun anyway. But, yeah, it was kind of like I gave the staff T-shirts like 2 weeks in advance. You know, you can do it. They were cutting the shirts up and making their own little special things. I was like, yeah, but you kind of got to make that last so you can at least generate some interest in the show. He goes, oh, I didn't have the girls on it. I'm sorry. I'll get it on them now. The girls were tearing the shirts, cutting the shirts up and stuff like that. I was like, all right, so you don't have a standard uniform, but I put something out there that would draw the people's attention, give you something to talk about, and now you're cutting it up, and the girls are tying off at the top and making it their own personal stuff.
Right. Yeah,
We're
it's crazy.
We're good.
So, hey, one of my buddies here, Keith Sedgwick.
What's up, Keith?
He's on here. He says, a huge name like what? Wisniewski? I don't know. Fill me in on that. I'm trying to. I'm a little slow. I'm Latino. That
Latino.
happens. And then the old lady's telling me she can hear both of us better this week.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
that's good. What's up,
hi.
Mama?
So yeah, the
Boo Zuniga, what's up?
Boo
The Zunigas in the house.
Oh wow, wow.
Mark Curry, good story. Mark Curry goes up to Tracy, California. We're doing upstairs the boardwalk at the Great Plate, and he comes out there, and all of my homeboys I played softball with, Boo, Reno, and then who else was there? There was a bunch of them anyway. All the homies there, and Mark Curry starts talking to him, crowd work, and he says, "What's your last name?" And they say Zuniga. He's like, "What? Zuniga? Is that like Zuniga?"
Right?
So he does the whole thing on.
Oh
So
my gosh.
since then, to me, they've always been the Zunigas.
All right.
What's up, boo?
Oh my goodness.
Ángel Peña Lugo in the house. ¿Qué
Ángel.
pasó, mi amigo? Sea mucho tiempo.
Oh, you do speak Spanish.
Yeah.
What the?
Come and watch the show, homie. It's in English, but you'll figure it out, fucker. I'll put it Spanish subtitles for you.
The subtitles. I can sign language in Spanish.
Oh shit, Jennifer Snow, good. Hey, good job on the loss of the weight. You're looking good. I saw the pictures. Michael Rouse, what's up, homeboy? Usually here by now. Danny Costello still there. Tim Reynolds, what's up? Right. Oh, he's back again. Danny probably had to go in the bathroom and rub one out.
Rub
real
one
quick.
out. What did you say? What did you say?
She's so sweet, man. She's got the best
She's
personality.
awesome.
I'm being sarcastic,
She's got
fuckers.
the best set of personality, huh?
Oh my god! And they wonder why people don't come here. Oh my fucking wait staff! Holy shit! All right,
What if they listen to our podcast?
I they don't listen to it.
Oh, okay.
They don't even get people here to watch our show. You think they listen to
No.
our podcast? Come on. Here's a no, but the venue.
What's up
It's
with the
another
music?
case wow.
Oh, someone
can't-
put a song in?
Oh,
Someone
because they
put a
were
song
tired
in.
of hearing us, so
I guess so.
they turned on the jukebox. Nah, it's all good. We're good. We're having fun. So what else is going on? Let's see. I've took my page. Something went wrong. We're having trouble playing this video. All right, let's see. There's nothing wrong on my end here. So what else we got, guy?
Treat 'em like a lady. Oh, we still doing that? No, I can't. I can't. No, treat 'em like a lady.
What?
No, I can't do that.
What?
Well, the whole.
What are we
What?
talking about?
I don't get it. Somebody just text that. Treat 'em like a lady. I don't.
Oh
get
my
it.
God, this thing's telling me the same thing. No, I don't want to do that. Anyway, who's telling you what?
Man, something smells good.
I know. I think they burned something.
Man.
It's actually something fully cooked. I'm sorry. I should not talk trash about the kitchen. The kitchen, the venue that we play in.
Yes.
That's not cool. That is not cool. Anyway. Are people still watching? Are we watching? We tuned in?
What's your allure? What is? Hey, can I get a little change? What's your allure, man? Why do people love you so much?
Who?
You,
Me?
yeah.
I didn't know anybody liked me.
Nobody. You got a lot of followers and people. They comment.
You know how it is when you have a lot of people like on Facebook.
Yeah.
When you have a lot of friends, but how many of them are actually your friends? You know.
I engage, and this is just last week.
Right.
I do this thing called lazy stalker.
Right.
Because someone might cross my mind, or I'm typing something, and it'll think I'm trying to tag a person. I was like, oh, Mark Ham. So then I'll make a whole new status. I'm like, is wondering what, and I'll tag that person.
Sounds
Mark
like a whole
Hansen.
lot of games, guy.
Too many games,
Right.
but it's like, okay, somehow they're on my friends list. I can't remember who they are. So just to give them some engagement, I'll tag them. Just this week, I tagged a young lady who came up in my tags, so
Now,
I
hold
tagged
on.
her.
Your tag and my tag might be two different meanings.
Okay.
When I said that I tagged this chick this week,
I
that
tagged
means
this.
that I
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I tagged her, meaning I highlighted her name. Therefore,
Right.
it sent her a little knock that she was being referenced. She immediately blocked me, unfriended me, and had one of her friends ask, "Who the hell are you to be asking? Maybe she's doing something else." I was like, "Oh my goodness!" They
Right.
took it to the next level, and I was like, "Wait, you sent me a friend request."
Oh.
I warned her that I would tag occasionally to keep that engagement, and then I realized who it was, and it was like some old business partner,
Right.
some bullshit and some multi-level marketing thing online, and yeah, she finally crossed my mind, came up on a tag, and I tagged her, and it wasn't her thing. So Facebook can be fickle. Now Twitter,
I don't like Twitter, man.
dude, Twitter is
I really
like
don't.
when my shit, because I post everything straight from Facebook also
Right.
to Twitter. When I get more love on Twitter from a
Right.
bunch of strangers,
Right.
that drives me crazy.
That might tell you something.
That drives me. My
They're
friends,
strangers, and they don't know you, guy, and they're more accepting of you.
yeah, they're more accepting
So
of
there
you.
might be some flaws.
might be something in there.
You
It's
might
like,
have some flaws going on.
they're
but,
afraid to
guy,
say anything.
Maybe
That's
we
why
can work on that after the broadcast here.
They
We
might-
can
they're-
work on some of these flaws.
They might be afraid to say anything to me. That's why. And so if I say something or I post something, it's not on their topic or on our
Right.
level, so they don't chime in. But when I do something that's engaging, I get all stupid, all kinds of crazy stuff. It's crazy.
They're their friends. They're your
Those are
friends.
your friends.
They're real.
They real there.
They
They
tell you the truth. No, you know what's kind of cool. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little down, I feel like maybe taking that leap off the bridge.
Yes.
I'll post something online.
I'm feeling
and
down
then,
low.
And then they all
Come
like
in.
chime in, and they make me feel good, right? No, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. I shouldn't lie to you guys.
That's why it's social
All right, so
media. I
here's-
love it.
Here's what was cool today, though. Today, yesterday, the last couple of days, I go online and I post our new graphics.
Oh, man.
Done
Much
by
love.
Dana.
Yes.
Right, and the caricatures, the cartoons, you know, and so I put that. That's going to be, and for some of you folks that are just turning in to the Pelon and Chubby Show, we're here every Wednesday, 6:30, 7:30. Join us for the podcast. You can see us on iTunes, YouTube, Podbean, pretty much everywhere. All you got to do is go into your browser and type in Pelon and Chubby, and you can find us. Anyway, so we got Guy did the graphics. Okay, Guy puts this all together. He does all the sound engineering, all that stuff, and he brings us to you every week, which is super cool. And then Facebook also, right? But maybe his thing isn't graphics. So we had the whole graphics thing, which was fine. It sufficed for the time that we needed it. But this guy Dana came in the picture. I saw his advertising on Facebook. He's a comic, local, an artist. And so I asked him, I said, hey, we need some help on this stuff. He came through with a super killer deal, did a great job, did it in the Laker colors, which I really appreciate.
Yep.
And we got a nice logo, which is kind of cool. So that ended up working out pretty nice. I'll tell you what, I put it up there and I said, here, folks, here's our new logo and everything. Here's our page, the Pelon and Chubby page. Please like it.
Right.
Which I hate those posts when people send shit to me. Like my page, like my page, like my page. So I really had like reservations about doing that.
Right.
But I did it anyway because we need some exposure.
Yeah.
We need to be, this show is going to and needs to be at the next level.
Right.
And the only way to do it is get exposure.
Right.
And if people like it, they're going to forward it and send it to their friends and all that stuff. So I did something that I really wasn't all that into, and I asked people to join and like our page. And the overwhelming response.
Amazing.
And I got 1,100, 1,200 followers, whatever, or friends, or whatever you want to call it. Probably none of them follow me. They
like,
click
just
on their
click
thing.
and say, yeah, whatever.
Not follow, but okay, I'm cool with being your
Okay,
friend.
fine.
I don't want to make you feel like shit and not unfriend you, but I'm going to turn off all your annoying
Notifications.
posts and all your shitty shows that you send notifications out for, you know. But anyway, the response that I got liking our Pelon and Chubby page was unbelievable. I was very humbled and grateful.
I just barely started sending them because
Right.
I have like 6 pages. I am all over this thing, and so I was hesitant on putting up another hey, like my page and everything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So only people that I really engage with, I send them a message in Messenger
Right.
saying, hey, this is a new And because it has the page and the
Right.
at Twitter,
Yeah.
so they're following us at Twitter, they're following us on the page, and they liking the page. I was like, damn, so they're clicking on the links and they're actually liking it. And that graphic has definitely helped a lot.
So how about this? Why don't you get rid of all those other shitty pages and let's
No,
focus
dude.
on this one?
So so good point. That's relevant. What I'd like to do is be able to follow and see what the organic traffic is. When I don't
Right.
have a bunch of invites and sending out people,
On
that's
what?
not as organic.
on the
Oh,
Pelon page?
yeah, don't.
Yeah, but okay. Well, is it organic if you send it out and say to like it and then they follow it? I mean, that's.
That's
I
about
don't
as
know how all
organic.
this shit works. I'm
It's
old.
crazy. It's crazy how people just find it. They do attach to it, and their friends then see that person likes it, and then they'll check out what the hell's that, and they click on it, and so that's when we get an organic follow, and that's when we get a unique thing, and that's when I like it even more.
Hey, you know what's cool? On Sunday, I played in a softball game
Where you play softball at?
in San Marcos with my buddy Danny.
Okay, Scrub League.
Anyway, so we're playing a softball game, and it's co-ed, which
Okay.
I really don't care for. Sorry, ladies, but whatever. But it's not bad. And the cool thing is, I've never been on a team where we really lost. We always finished pretty much first place. Like up when I was in Northern California, we had great softball teams,
Okay.
and we always finished in one first or second place in the finals and
Right
playoffs
on.
and all that.
Okay.
But this team is a little different. All right, so we haven't won a game in 2 seasons.
Okay.
Right.
Why are you still with that team, Chuck?
No, because it's kind of cool. Like after the game's over, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, hey guys, that was, everybody tried real hard. But the good news is the streak is still alive. Not very many teams can say they have gone 2 seasons without winning a single game.
All right.
So now it's like, yeah, I'm a little disappointed that we lost, but at the same time, the streak's still alive.
Hey, I was just reminiscing actually when I was driving on my way to here, and I was passing Poinsettia, and I looked at the field all lit up. I knew they were playing soccer, but I was like, wait, I used to play softball on Tuesday night with a co-ed team from my work when I was working with the computer geeks. Man, that was a good time. And I was thinking during the week, Tuesday night, and then on Thursday night I was doing a bowling thing. I always had some activity going on.
It's good to stay active like that.
It's awesome because you meet a lot of people, you get to network and stretch out your reach. That's how, and that's why I have so many engagements with people and everything.
So Sunday, co-ed league, right?
Yes.
It's supposed to be for fun,
But-
right? Not competitive, right?
Just
But
lace
for
them up,
for
glove them up, and
right,
go.
Just have fun out there,
Right.
right? But for some reason, I was born with this competitive gene in my body.
I almost
And,
spit up my drink, man. I can't see you being all competitive.
No, yeah, so
No, not
so
Rick.
I get fired up, man, and we always lose, so I even get more fired up out there. And so we're playing, and this guy gets a hit, and of course, our defense is so shitty that we screw it up somehow.
Okay.
So the guy who is like 70 years old goes to round first, and I'm the pitcher, so I'm covering first.
Okay.
Because it was hit to the right side.
Okay.
So I'm covering first, the first baseman, second baseman, whoever is trying to field the ball and throw it to me. Well, it doesn't get to me. So after he's kind of rounding first, which is a huge, rounding, it took forever.
He
It
saw
was like
second?
It was like a 30-point turn, right?
He saw second?
So I'm trying to back out of the way. But I guess I'm not backing out fast enough for the 70-year-old man. So he does like James Harden did in the playoff game.
Oh, my God.
When Rodman gave him the smackdown.
Oh, my God.
For inciting the contact.
Yes.
So he leans his shoulder into me.
What?
And tries to draw the offensive foul, the contact.
What?
The interference on the base foul.
Oh, my God. And
70
this is
years old, so
softball.
I'm looking at him while I'm backing up with my hands up. I'm looking at him like, what are you doing, man? This is co-ed softball on Sunday, and you're leaning your shoulder into me. Trying
Maybe
to
he
draw
didn't go to
trying
church
to draw
that day.
The interference call.
He was trying to take you to church
so-
that time.
Guy, you'll never believe what happens next.
What happened, Rick?
The guy throws his hands up under my chin to try and chin check me.
Oh, I'm dying right now. I can see that. I can
At
visually.
70 years old, he's trying to draw contact.
I'm going to
get the
get
interference
safe.
call, and then throws his arm up to chin check me. So I look at him like, Bro,
I can't help right now. I'm dying, man. Can I breathe for a second?
I will
Stop.
fucking murder you if you touch me again. What are you doing, man?
I'm the pitcher. When you come back up in rotation, I'm gonna bean your ass.
And then it started to click in my head, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I really shouldn't start shit with older people like that.
Oh yeah, because that's.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm old, man. I'm like 50 years old now.
Wow.
So guess what?
He had 20 years on you.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm 50 years old now. Now I can fuck up a 7-year-old man and not feel bad about it. Yeah. So I told these 2 young kids, hey, I'm fucking 50 now. I can whoop the shit out of a 7-year-old man.
I almost died right now.
That was Sunday co-ed softball.
That's the stuff.
Just for fun, recreation.
San Marcos Beer League co-ed.
Yeah.
Is it considered beer league or whatever? Did you have like officiants, blue, or this is just a pickup?
No.
co-ed?
It's a league. It's a league.
Okay.
They keep score. We pay.
Okay.
We actually pay, and we lose every single game. It's pretty wild, huh? But yeah. So anyway, man.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
So a 7-year-old man, me and a 7-year-old.
Oh my God! I think I almost died right now. Just I pictured that stuff, man.
And then there's two little gay, and I don't know if they actually suck each other off, but I'm just gonna say that they're gay. 20-year-old guys. Started to jump to his defense,
Wow.
The next couple innings. And I was like, you know what, man? I might be 50, but put both of you together, that's 40. After the game, wait for me out front, and I'll fuck up both of you.
That works.
A friendly
That
game
works.
of softball on a Sunday
Just
night.
almost turned into World War III and stuff.
Goes,
That's
man.
freaking
Sometimes
insane. That's insane, man. I love that. That's a great one. I wouldn't know what to do. I would be so pressured. Meet me in the parking lot, punk. We'll have a beer. And I don't drink, so somebody's getting fucked up.
My buddy Raphael, he calls me Bad Grandpa. Yeah, whatever. You're not supposed
He's
to tell
angry.
anybody I'm a grandpa, stupid. And then, what was that? Pinchy Yama? Okay. Yeah, James. Let's see who else. And then James, what's up, James? Gary Adams. Anyway, so he puts here, is my name officially Dick?
Well,
Which goes to that
yes,
joke that I
the
was
T-shirts
telling you
and
before.
yeah.
Like how old do you have to be to go by Dick?
I
Like
think
okay, Richard has a bunch of short names like Rick, Rich. Okay, and Dick.
I think there is a
right?
relevance at a
But
point
do you
when you
have to
become
be like
aged.
over 50 years old?
Yeah, I'm thinking because
to
like
be called Dick. Why?
well,
Why? Or how is
it's
it?
like
Why
you
is it
mature.
now?
It's like you're mature.
Like
and
is
you
everybody gonna giggle?
Reese. And then, okay, well, another young. Well, he's not so young. San Diego comedian Dick Cummins, who has.
Well, that's on purpose. Come on.
No, that is his name, Dick
Shut
Cummings.
out the front door.
You do
Come
not
on,
know
man.
Dick Cummings?
Dick
he's
Trickle
like
is his real name too.
he's
right?
like 67. I think he might be touching 70, and he usually comes to the stage usually with a boot on
sure
or
he
some sort
does.
of break or a hip and everything.
Everything has an innuendo.
But his name
Once you
is
say his
Dick
name,
Cummings.
Yeah. Everything
Yeah.
has innuendo.
And
But
he
like
is
I-
an amazing
like I told
comic. I like working with Dick. And so you're the only
sounds
other Dick
great.
I like working with.
Hey, talk about your personal life
On
after
some
the
other
show's
time,
over.
right? I know. I
Like
appreciate that.
Working with Dick.
So shout out to Dick Cummings. If you ever hear this or listen to it, I did
God.
quote unquote say your name.
We're gonna lose half of our fan base.
No, because
Like,
no,
that's
you
your
know what? You can
raging
tag.
homo.
I'll tag Dick in this, and he'll understand. He'll get it.
So I always wanted to go by Dick because it's offensive. And I like doing shocking shit.
Right.
And really, it's really to make up for all the times that I've been called a dick, by mostly women, but some guys also, like, I'd be leaving the place and like, you're such a fucking dick, or oh, Rick, yeah, he's such a dick, so yeah, I want it to be in the right context and maybe like, friends, like, hey, what's up, Dick? How you doing tonight, Dick? Haven't seen you in a while, Dick. That comes from mostly a lot of lonely girls.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's kind of nice. It'd be nice, I think. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's the whole Dick thing.
That's good, though. Makes it, I just think you have to be a little bit more mature. Like, I'm sure Dick Van Patten.
Yeah, but that was in a whole different
That
era.
was an era,
A whole different time where, people were
Maybe if
okay
you had a
with
name
it.
that actually
Peachy
flowed.
Yummies.
If you had a name that flowed better and we would just, wouldn't just be calling you Dick,
Right.
as a quip or anything like that. Dick. Yeah, no, see,
Oh, yeah. Mark Curry. I don't know if I can tell that story
Where was
on
that?
TV or on the radio.
Where was that at?
Yeah,
You
I
were
don't
singing?
know if I can actually tell that.
You sing?
That whole story was crazy, Ralph. We did that show with Mark Curry up at the Stockton Arena, and then he decided to go fucking diva on me and not come out of the hotel room. And then our limo driver's driving up the 5 from Tracy to Stockton, the Stockton Arena, and the limo's driver's doing like 105, 110, and they're smoking a joint inside the limo, and not good, because we get pulled over. But okay, anyway, so we finally get to the show. I throw on my shirt in the limo, jump out, run through the door, jump on stage, and the show starts like 20 minutes late.
Wow.
All because he didn't want to come out of his
Didn't want to
hotel
come out of his hotel room?
room. Yeah.
Man.
Which I don't know even know if
I got some divas.
Whatever.
That's a true diva.
He won't even call me to do another show, so fuck him. I don't care, whatever. So yeah, we've had some interesting stories and shows. Connor, I'm not even going to tell that
Don't
story.
mess with Connor.
No.
Don't mess with Connor right now.
Theater with Larry Bubblegum.
So in
Tell
my
that story ever.
oh my God, in my preparations for everything that's going to be hot and coming up, dude, I went to go see the new Thor movie.
The new Thor movie.
That was freaking awesome. I mean, I was like,
So you just went last week.
yeah, and it was my second time seeing it.
You liked it?
I
You saw
loved it,
twice.
dude. Yeah, I saw it twice.
Unless you're just a glutton
No,
for
I'm not
punishment.
a glutton. It was good. I mean,
So you liked the show.
I liked the show. It seemed campy the first time I saw it, but the second time I really got to enjoy and absorb the story, what they were giving us, and their version of Planet Hulk was ridiculously funny to me because where you usually would see certain characters or actors in particular roles, but to see this guy play the master brain of I want to say Planet Hulk, it was hilarious.
Okay, so right now let me just tell you this, guy. This is precisely why I don't go to the movies. My
Because
attention
you don't know
span
the
is like a fucking
characters,
gnat.
and you're on a.
I can't even fucking hang on to your story. I'm trying to. Okay, so you frequent the movies a lot?
I do. I like to be
Is this
thoroughly
like a weekly
entertained.
thing?
Well, I got a Tuesday night package where it's
You have
like
a package for the movies?
they give you a big bucket of popcorn and a drink and everything
Oh, my goodness.
the tickets are $250.
So you're for
So
real.
I go on Tuesday nights.
You go to the movies?
I go
okay,
to
let me ask
Tuesday
you
night,
this.
but I'll ask for the senior discount,
Okay, nothing wrong
and they
with
don't pay. They don't mind. They give
Because
it
it's
to me.
overpriced anyway.
They want to let people in. That's
All right,
all.
so let me ask you this.
Talk to me.
When do you think the last time I went to a movie, in a movie theater?
Last time you went to a movie in the movie theater was probably when Star Wars
No, for real.
was no.
When is the last time? How many years?
I think the last movie
You
you
think
saw
it's
in the
been?
theaters was probably Star Wars Episode 1.
Now
No,
you're
wait,
just
wait.
trying to be an asshole.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to wait, not Episode 1. You went to go see. What was the last movie you went to see in the
Right.
theaters?
Our crowd is fucking bored now. It's been online. Okay, so the last time I went to the movies was like probably 6-7 years ago.
What was the movie you went to
I
go
don't
see?
remember,
Really?
and that's probably why I haven't gone back.
Oh,
I hate. You know why I hate it so much? I end up telling some black people to shut the fuck up behind me. That's the
And
truth,
you actually
man.
lived it through that. Okay, yeah, I believe you. You actually lived through that. Okay.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch a movie. But why does it always come to that? You know, we know. I try and go to predominantly white neighborhoods to watch the movies, and we know it's going to happen.
Bunch of black people show up.
They show up
ruin
and
the
fuck
movie.
everything up. It's like you can't go to a party where there's a bunch of Mexicans. Too many of us in one place is a recipe for disaster.
Yep.
You know, there's like when I walk into a bar and it's full of Mexicans, I turn around and walk the fuck out because I know there's going to be a problem. I know our people. So why can't other people be like that? Like if a bunch of black people go to a movie and they look in the movie theater and they see like other black people, why don't they turn around and walk out?
They walk out.
Because they know they should do the right thing and know that nobody in the place is going to be able to hear the movie. So they should come back or go to a different one where there's less black people.
Well, I'll be honest. I sometimes I can't be quiet, depending on the movie.
Right.
But I usually now I'm catching up on all the comic book movies, the
Right.
Batmans and the Supermans.
The
and
inner black just forces its way out, and you have to yell at the screen.
You dropped the gun when you burst through the window. And so my inner black, but you know.
And people hear that stuff.
They
Like,
know,
if they
and
listen
it's
to the
real.
podcast,
It's real.
And they hear me say this, right?
They
They're
don't
gonna be
think
like,
it's-
oh, what an asshole. He's a fucking racist and all that stuff. But they don't understand.
Guy
You
is
know,
black.
They don't know my co-host is black. My ex is black. My kid's black. My wife now, he is certifiably black. Right. And the new one's Asian. The two little fucking terrorists
Asian?
are
Half Asian?
Are half Asian.
Spanation?
You know, and they tear the fucking house up like you don't know.
It must be that.
So I am not racist, people. If you're just tuning in to the Pelon and Chubby show, I am a realist. I talk about real shit that happens that I've experienced, not that I've heard about through folklore throughout the years.
No, real
I talk about going to a movie
stuff.
and then not being able to hear the fucking movie because of talking in the back. I talk about going to certain parts of town and almost being stabbed. I talk about my own people, fucking Mexicans, making me feel like I may get stabbed.
Don't
or
feel
fucking raped
acceptable.
at any time.
Right.
So when I say shit, I know what I'm talking about, okay?
And I draw from my own personal experiences, and I will definitely share the fact that I am probably the last person to pull out the race card.
Right.
But if I do, it's going to be NASCAR.
Yeah. Hey, I'll pull out the race card if I'm going to get something free out of it. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? Yeah, let me be abusive and do shit like that. Why not?
Right.
But, you know, like I used to laugh. Like when we were kids, when we lived in L.A., well, we really didn't live in L.A. We lived in Redondo Beach. Well, I really don't consider L.A. And people used to ask me, you lived in L.A., how many times you been to downtown L.A.? I was like, why in the fuck would I ever want to go
down there?
I've been there twice to get my like birth certificate or passport or something. Fuck that, I'm not going down there. I didn't even go to the freeway.
No.
When I grew up in Redondo,
Not
the freeway
today.
was like 45 minutes away. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's beach time that I can't miss.
Yeah,
I'm
beach time,
sorry.
baby. Redondo
Yeah,
is
I can't,
beautiful beaches.
Yeah, so we never went anywhere. You
Oh,
know?
wait, okay.
Yeah, we lived in our little bubble. It was kind of nice. You know, they kept the undesirables out. You know,
The deplorables.
Right. So it was nice. Unless you want to go to the pier where I got my skateboard stolen from guess who?
Every time? A black
couple
person.
black person.
Yeah.
Which I don't hold it against.
Hey.
I now have a couple years ago. This happened when I was like 12 or 13 years old. Well, just a couple years ago, I forgave him.
You have to understand.
Right.
Black people need wheels too.
Right. They need skateboards, and they didn't want to put it on layaway, I guess. So they felt like coming, and me looking like a white kid.
Looking like.
Took it from me. Little did they know, and I'm sure they would have gave it back if they realized that I was 100% Latino. They would have gave that skateboard back to me and said, "Oh, sorry, dog. We're gonna go rip one off from a fucking white dude."
Well, see, they probably would have if they would have known that that you put some sort of Mexican voodoo juju on them anyway.
I would have. I would have said the rosary like 20 times and the dick would have fell off.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, it's good times, man. I truly.
Yeah. Oh, my sister Laida Lee, what's up? From Oaktown. What the
Oaktown's
fuck
in the
going
house.
on? Stay safe up there in the jungle.
This guy
David
is-
Medina, what's up, homeboy?
David
Just passed
Medina.
his test, his insurance test again. Because like Mexicans, we do stupid shit. He let his insurance, whatever the fuck it is, lapse. Yeah, it's nice. The new iPhone, the iPhone 7. Right, because no, what happened was the 8's out, the 10's out, the X is coming out.
And,
and
so
I'm
they-
not a big fan of this whole iPhone thing, but
Yeah.
the guy I think put me together at the Sprint store.
He hooked you up.
But no, like you took advantage
fucked you
of
up.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, like he
He
slipped
sold
it
you on
in
a dream.
because he gets a bonus.
Right.
Like selling
Clear out all the old
nobody
stuff.
cares about that shit. But the video, my point
The
is,
video's crispy.
The video's good, right?
Video's
And
crispy.
what I do like is the back of this phone is not glass, so it's not going to break
It's
as
not-
easy as the
yeah,
other one.
yeah.
I need shit that's fucking durable and that's not going to break. But anyway, David let it lapse, and he took his test again. He was
Okay.
worried about it, and he passed his test. So we have another Mexican with a respectable job. Yeah. Assalamu
Bravo,
alaikum, bro.
good job.
Yeah,
Assalamu alaikum. I might sock him in the lake,
so
yeah.
good, yeah. And then my buddy Ralph just got out of the clank clank, and he's doing great. He found a job as a landscaper, which is right up his alley, you know.
Okay.
It didn't take any retraining. He took his Mexican heritage, put it into place, put it into work, and went out to the fields and yielded crops again, just on the landscape of white people's property.
Wow.
But yeah, it's fucking fabulous.
That's
right?
awesome, you know.
Yeah, so he's doing a great job. You know, I was trying to convince some young ladies up that way to go and give them a little mouth hug, hook them up.
You hook a brother up, but that didn't
Hook a
happen.
Mexican up that just got out of the clank. What's up? But so that's kind of nice. What number to call in? Raphael's asking what number to do a live call in.
760-565-3717. That is 760-JOKES-13.
760-JOKES-13.
It's kind of clever.
And
Kind of clever.
there may be some, what do they say? There may be some charges.
Oh no! If you
What are the, no, the
there may be some tariff
some
fees and
data
charges. There'll be data charges.
with
Make
that
sure
call. So don't try and sue us, fucker. We're not the ones that send you the bill at the end of the month. We're just the ones that put on the show. Right. So we're not. I'm putting the disclaimer out there. There may be some data roaming charges involved. Hey, white people have trained us to be this way. They sue the shit out of everybody, so we got to be a little more. What do you call it?
We gotta set in.
Watch our shit.
We gotta watch our stuff.
Yeah, watch our back.
We gotta be careful. I am over, man. I am so good today, boy. This is. We're in the holiday rush at work, man, and just I still support Susie Orman. She just said her name in the news about some bad advice, and so.
Right. So, hey, what's going on with you and this legal counsel seeking?
Oh,
shit?
okay. Yeah. So this is what I was doing. I was looking for some people.
Well, we got to tell the crowd what happened.
Okay.
So he posted online that he was looking for prepaid. That's what black people do. Prepaid legal support or whatever, right? So
guys in trouble with the
popo. I was like,
popo.
oh shit, guy finally caught the case,
Got
right?
the case.
It was only a matter of time. What prominent black man hasn't had a run-in with law? So I'm like, what case did this motherfucker catch now?
Did he
So here
catch
we
a
go.
case?
Here, guy's going to explain why he's in search of legal help.
What I was doing is trying to figure out if the grind is still going down, are black people still, and the majority of the people that responded were black, but there were, because prepaid legal is just like, it's a pyramid scheme. I'm going to expose it on my other podcast. Fake money, real money, and just schemes and Ponzi schemes. But yeah, it was just doing fill work, and I got a lot of engagement from a lot of people from my circles, and it's funny because that one is like insurance with lawyers. So yeah, we're real law officers. Yeah,
right.
You guys don't know nothing about it. You don't file anything, so you send your stuff. So they sign people up on these $19.95 a month. You can have unlimited forms, unlimited documents. So I was asking this guy about estate planning because I do credit repair. I mean, I have so many side businesses. Right. I should have a pussy on my side so I can sell some pussy on the side too.
It'd probably be better than all the 25 businesses you represent.
All the other businesses, yeah.
Because from what I heard, like from way back,
way back,
been selling pretty good for years and years and years.
And there's no cap.
I kind of like it.
You just clean it off and sell it again.
Anyway.
Somebody's calling you. Is that the podcast number?
Yeah. So what do I do? Hold
Just
on.
talk to him.
So, hello. Hold on. Let me put you on speaker. Let me turn up the speaker. Hold on. What happened?
You're supposed to receive the call.
Huh? I did. What happened?
It says, thank you for calling. It's goodbye. I
saw the comments. All right, so let me see if I can call him back. Should I call him on this?
Call him on the.
All right, so okay, this is where the all right,
where
so
the technique's coming.
Yeah, so we're trying new shit. This happens. Hey, okay, I got you. You there? Huh? I gotta accept. Press 1. I got you there. You got it? Oh shit! The video goes down. That's not good. So we can switch the video here. Hold on. I gotta switch the video. We just lost everybody. Hold on. This is bad. Bad. No. Stay right there. This live video has ended. So how do I? Yeah, because it was on there. Hold on, people. We're gonna do it right here. Hold on. Live video right there. All right, and then connect. Oh, this piece of shit wants me to do it through Chrome. Mother bitch.
All right, so that we don't lose track on this call,
all right.
Go ahead and talk to your person on the phone.
All right, so
call in on the Pelon and Chubby phone line.
Let me do this here. Chrome. Oh my God, I can't believe we lost the whole thing. Emergency.
Yeah,
hey, this is where we need that little Asian dude with the glasses, that IT guy. You know, you can never have too many Asian people. The AT.
I'm gonna go slap high fives with another brother I just saw real quick. I'll be right back.
See. Hey, what am I looking for? Google Chrome. There it is. Yeah. What is it with this? Dude, what is it with Google Chrome? They should label Google as Google shitty and then Google Chrome, you know, because it's kind of bullshit in a way, you know? Like, you can do certain things. Why even have the other Google if you can't do shit on it? I don't understand it. What is the what is the purpose? Live video, I think it's coming back, dog. So you've been listening, you've been hearing everything, everything's coming in. We got Raphael on the phone. He was texting stuff over, and oh shit! All right, go live. All right. So anyway, he's been sending stuff over, and there's the right way to connect this stuff. All right, folks, we're back. Sorry about that. The Pelon and Chubby podcast back on the air. We lost for a minute there. We had a little technical difficulties. We lost connection, so I switched you over to another camera. I got Raphael live on the phone here. Raf, say what's up. Can everybody hear him okay? Yeah. So Raphael was in the clank for a minute there, paying his dues for some stuff there. You know, like every good Latino has spent some time in jail. I was just trying to follow the footsteps of our African American brothers, you know. And that's the way it should happen sometimes, right? Accept it, don't deny it, keep it real, my neighbor. Yeah. Yeah, you heard the landscaping joke? Yeah. Hey, when you're in there, you find Jesus quick. You know, you got to. It's either that or become a raging homosexual. You know,
Raging.
Because for some reason the other convicts are afraid of Jesus. I would be too. Yeah. I tell them, hey, if you try and fuck me in the butt, there's going to be a lightning bolt that comes down and strikes you dead. And they believe it, which is fucking great. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all good. But Rafaelito's back in the house. He's back in action. You know, he's going through the whole process. You know, so we've been giving him a little space, letting him join general population once again. So that's, that's all good. But yeah, we had, hey, Boo, you see Boo was on tonight. Yeah, he was in there listening. When we went off there, we lost pretty much everybody. Thanks, bro. But we're pretty much done with the podcast anyway. It's already 8 o'clock. We're supposed to be done starting the open mic. We got a lot of good comics here, so we got to get this show started here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn, we're going to sign off here in a minute, Ralph, and then I'm going to turn the computer, the laptop, towards the stage, and we're going to get this show going, and you can watch some pretty funny comics, however long this thing, the battery will last. But we got some great, I'm looking out in the audience here, and I see some excellent comics, so this should be pretty funny.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. So hang tight. I'm going to go take a piss and then turn this camera over so you can watch the show. All right?
And you guys have been listening to the Pelon and Chubby show. Next week, we're going to definitely get this call-in thing working, and we're going to have the
pre-Thanksgiving show.
Pre-Thanksgiving show. We're going to have the outlandish prank call submission. We're going to get your Yardbird on. Yes. Actually, I'm going to do the deep fried turkey this year, and so I'm going to videotape that. That's going to be on a couple of feeds. It'll be on the Pelon and Chubby page. Right. So what we're going to start adding some more elements to the thing. On our content chapter is going to be going up some video and stuff. So keep a watch. Stay tuned to the Pelon and Chubby page on Facebook and on Twitter.
Luckily, guy, you're bald, so when you do that, turkey fry in the deep fryer thing.
Oh, yeah.
You won't lose any hair.
None at
I saw
all.
an explosion online. It was pretty tight. But this is the Pelon and Chubby Show. We are still looking for the sponsors for the show. You've seen the new artwork that we have. We're looking to put money into this show. We're looking to take it to the next level. The content's good. We're getting better at this shit. I know we still have our little issues, fuckers, but so do you. Right?
Yeah,
So
everybody's
we're
got
getting
issues,
better,
and we're
getting
going to be
better.
down.
But we're looking for some sponsors. So if you own a company or you know anybody that's got some loot that they don't really give a shit about, that want to spend some money on the show, please hit us up. You can reach us on every, what do you call that?
Every venue, on every
Everything.
platform. We're on
platform
everything right now.
imaginable. So you can hit us up on that. You can hit us up. Hit us up and let us know if you want to be part of this show. Because I've had a blast being a part of it. We're going to keep this thing rolling.
I'm having fun.
My name's Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy
Pelon.
Murray, and I'm
Guy
Chubby.
Murray, and he's chubby for sure. I can see him right now. Tune in next week for the pre-turkey show. What day is it?
The 22nd.
The 22nd. November 22nd, the next airing of the Pelon and Chubby Show.
And
Go
we're
get
out,
your
y'all.
son. Thank you for tuning in.
Good night, everybody.